The future of farming tomorrow is this absolute linkage between what I call the total nutrient system. It's total nutrient of soils, is it total nutrient of pasture, it's the total nutrient density of red meats getting produced from these pastures, and how these red meats then feed back into the food chain. It's a really strong story, it's a very positive story, and it's a very beneficial story going forward, how we create this natural linkage and understanding of what food production really should be. Hi, I'm Alex Brewster. I'm a partner in A&M Brewster at Rotmell Farm. The family's been here in Rotmell since 1981. So Rotmell is an upland beef and sheep farm in central Scotland. We're currently managing 200 breeding cows, predominantly British Aberdeen Angus. We've got about 700 sheep. Historically there's been a black-faced flock, but we're starting to move it into the sheep into a composite breed programme. We're about 14% improved pasture, which is a fairly good grazing, and then after that we're fairly reasonably rough and extensive, but with a huge capacity to improve the quality of some of the upland nutrition. We're currently working on subdividing bigger blocks of land into what we're classifying as hill paddocks. We're working pretty hard with animal impact in behind fencing systems. We're looking to build fairly tall grass covers, and then we're eating off 50% of that grass and trying to trample it back in or recycle the nutrient of the remaining 50% back into the topsoil or back into biology within the soil. We effectively convert solar energy into red meat. In essence, that's what we do. We try and absorb as much light as we possibly can through pasture, through a diversity of pasture, different plant sizes, leaf sizes. We graze that off and we try and convert as much or an optimum amount of that energy back into a growing animal. And that animal is then placed back into the food chain. Now, farmers typically talk about grass to be harvested into silage or hay or to be grazed, but that's probably not grass or from a broader spectrum. It's not the pastoral plant's primary focus. Its primary focus is to reproduce itself, so it needs to seed, and to do that it needs to be able to grow, and as the plant grows the root mass drops further down into the soil, and again this comes back to energy transfer. So we're looking to optimise the growth point of this plant, so when the feed value, the cell structure, the protein content and the ME is at its optimum, as the seed head starts to emerge, that's when we're looking to graze this plant off. So that's allowing us to place a lot of energy into the soil. You have quite a robust plant at that point. The cell structure of the plant then aligns pretty well with the rumen function within a cow. The more mature plants, it's a bit more testing for sheep. Sheep that have a smaller rumen, they prefer a younger, softer, gentler plant to help their digestion. But we're looking in this environment and where we are within the world, sitting here in Scotland, we need to try and optimise soil temperature. That's the biggest limit on grassland production.